I wouldn't say there was support or no support, but the issue was, I'm a baker, so what do? Go ahead, grab my goal and chase it. Mostly I would sell a cake for 300 bob when I started, but I would bake cupcakes. Mostly I was doing cupcakes from my house. It was a 12 by 12 room. So I'd bake the cupcakes, then lay a mat on the bed, have them cool, then fix them, pack them, then I would sell. Mostly it was cupcakes. And then I would sell other cakes. I was selling for just 10 bob a piece. So those were the cakes I would hawk in Mtwapa and the public beach, just to make a coin here and there. But it made good money. I could make around 600 to 800 shillings a day, which was quite some good money. My first client, a wedding cake, outside now the industry. Yes, that client was in Malindi, and he gave me the order to do his wedding cake. He has a very unique design. I managed to do it and accomplish it. Otherwise, if I had to say about birthday cakes, we talk of 1 million plus birthday cakes that I've done. Give up should never be an option. There's always a way out. There's always a crack in the wall. Even no matter how hard things are, you should never give up. I've never thought of giving up because I set my goals. When I got into baking, I knew this is a career I can pursue. And I studied how chefs have performed through the years. I studied, there was not much of internet, so I used to go to a library, studied how these people managed to grow and become great people. So my desire, I set my goals. My desire was to become the best cake house in this country. So I said, first, my desire was to become a pastry chef, from a cleaner to a pastry chef. When I became a pastry chef, my desire was now to grow my business. So that's the thing. So giving up has never been an option for me, and it should never be an option for anybody, because no matter how things are, you should pursue it, your dream. Set your goals, work to achieve your dreams. Most people say that you need money to start a business. I read a book and it changed my life. It's called Think and Grow Rich by Dennis Kimball. It's a black choice. It talks about black Americans and how they overcame the challenge in America and succeeded. So it gives our examples, and that's where I learned that the best thing in life is set your goals and work to achieve them. No matter how hard, you have to have your goal. Keep focused on your goal. Never lose focus on your goal. And also there's what they call single-minded focus. Go for something. You might think you need money to set up a business. But when you get money, you're not prepared for the business. So study the business you want to do, work hard, understand all the facets of it. And from there now, you're looking for money to set up something you already studied. But when you get money, you want to start a business. And the way Kenyans do is copy somebody's business. Even if you want to copy, understudy that person or that business, then know how it's done, and that we go into it. Yeah. So a cake like this one is a designer cake. Someone wants this brand. They're in love with this brand, or somebody they're sending the cake is in love with this brand. This is called hard icing cake. It's hard, very hard texture, and can be transported anywhere. These are also now a kids designer cake. Gives the Sophie the first, incorporate the colors, everything, and make sure that the child gets the cake as they wanted it, with their names and the color themed. Also, this is another one. This was hard icing. We all have to work with the themes. Like I said, most of these come with the customer. They go on the internet, they bring it to you. You have to deliver. Make sure it comes out as good as the customer wants it. Because the challenge, if you don't have the skills, you won't deliver. But if you deliver, you're guaranteed of getting your customers back. And the idea in business is getting your customer back. So customer satisfaction is key. Very, very important. The biggest challenge was now shifting business from Mombasa to Nairobi because there was a bigger market here. Now coming to a new town, different culture, different way of doing things. Now fitting into Nairobi was quite a challenge. It took me some time, and also I had to quit work to go into business. So from Mombasa, after setting up my business, I came to Nairobi. I could only get employed before I start business. So now after I quit employment from the hotel to start business again, there was a challenge because now I had no money. I'm not working, I have no money, I have no customers. Now building again a customer base in Nairobi, it took me about 2 years, from 2001 to 2004, 3 years trying to, and actually had at one point wanted to go back to employment, but I say no, I still have to pursue my dream. I've never lost my focus. I knew where I was headed and pursued my dream. Like I said, single-minded focus. I knew my dream, but all depends on a lot of things, and most important is God. Because no matter what you want, no matter what, like now with COVID that has come around, there are people's dreams that have been shattered for life. They never recover. So mine is, I'll be grateful to God that I've achieved what I wanted and what I dreamt of, no matter how long it has taken. But I knew what I wanted, be the biggest cake house in Kenya. And that has taken me over 20 years of persistence to achieve. We have the receptions in every shop. The reception, you will take up your order. Most are customized orders because of the internet. People come with orders that they've already chosen, so they give you the order customized. This is our reception area. This is where we get our orders. Sample is this. Get the flavor of the cake, the size of the cake, directions for delivery, and the type of decoration that's required. Although with time we are moving now into a digital platform where we take our orders online, we go directly to the kitchen. The chef in the kitchen knows the timing and when to deliver. Then when he bakes it, he sends it to, we call it the production department, where now they are decorators. Those decorators now we work on the cake. Customer, depending on time, we are proud that we can make a cake in an hour. We can prepare your cake in an hour. 2 days, 3 days, whatever time you order, and you get your cake. Again, there's also now a system we have due to internet. You don't have to come to our shop. You can order online. Social media, we have on Facebook, Twitter, we have an app. So just order, select from our website, and then we deliver. This is time consuming. Running 22 branches across the country because you're from Mombasa to Kisumu, Meru, Eldoret, all that. It's so time consuming. So I hardly can do much. Even running this one is quite a challenge, but I'm glad I have good managers who have helped me, because when you're sitting at the top, you need support all the way down. So I've got competent managers who have helped us grow. But the challenge we have in this country is, I always say, and the challenge is human resource. People say there's no jobs in Kenya. I say we have too many jobs and few workers because we don't have dedicated people to work. Somebody wants to work, without even training, they come to you for 1 month, they decorate one cake, they're like, why is my salary? You've not trained. It took me 2 years just to learn how to bake and decorate and get a salary. But in 1 month, somebody wants, and then when you give them that, when the first salary comes after 3 months, then they're not coming to work the following day, they have excuses. But dedicated people, Kenya, we're still way behind. Yeah, there's so much work to be done, but few workers.
My name's Jacob Linus Okumu. I've been working here in Valentine for like 10 years. Through these 10 years, Valentine have really changed my life from nobody to somebody. Because I remember the day I came in here, I didn't know anything. As you have been told by our director, you must have an experience. You being the first person here, for the first time, you cannot have an idea of how to decorate and how to blend the colors, how to play around with the colors for the kids. Now you need to be here you need to be taught for you to become perfect, like 2 to 3 years, depending with your fastness. Now through that, I've been going all that duration. practicing, and then now being more perfect. Now, right now, I'm in Valentine. I'm working like a supervisor. I supervise. I make sure cakes are being produced the way customer wants the design to be, and even being delivered to the customer on time. And at least that have really changed myself. At least I myself, I know I can in my life, I can manage myself. I can manage and as a company, at least I have an.
Before COVID, we were about 300 employees, but we had to lay off some people because business was not doing very well. But as the business goes, we are bringing them back on board, slowly by slowly. Motivating them is just keeping their dreams alive and also assisting them in their social life. It's what we call work-life balance. If they're not balanced at home, they can't perform. So we keep training them and mentoring them. Most of them are young people. I hire young people, mentor them, show them the dreams, and nurture their dreams. Currently, we are 22, but God willing, before the latest we opened is in Eldoret 2 months ago. We are opening Garden Estate next week. God willing, by the end of the year, we have added another 3 branches. That is Machakos, Nanyuki, and one more. The market is very huge. All you need is be dynamic. Start following what everybody is doing. Create your own line. Do your baking is the same, but you can all have your variations. Venture into towns that have not been ventured. Venture even into other countries. Train in your skill. Believe in yourself and venture into something, to some place unknown. Venture into the unknown. Again, keep studying. The internet has brought so much exposure. You can learn so much of what's happening in the international world. You learn it, import it, do it here, and definitely you'll achieve. There's so much untapped potential in this country. So much. So when the cakes are produced in the kitchen, from the kitchen to the decoration area, then they're brought here for customer correction, so that the receptionist will look at the cake, make sure it's up to the standard and all the details are right. And from there, it's packed for delivery. We'll package them in our branded boxes, ready for customers to take or to be delivered to the customers. Some of the cakes that we do need to be refrigerated. So you have a walk-in fridge where you can now do the cakes, see the cakes how they are, keep them chilled for the customer, because most of our cakes are fresh cakes and we like them being fresh. I follow 3 P's: prayer, patience, persistence. That I know, because with time, if you are really determined, you achieve what you want to go. But you have to be prayerful enough and thankful to God, because that's it. That's the only way you can achieve, because I thank what is done. I also believe in charity, giving. That's the best thing. That's what makes me wake up and run. Otherwise, by now, with the success in the business I have, I could hang my boots and say, now it's time to enjoy myself. But there's always a challenge to bring somebody up. One young person wants to go to school, one young kid has no food. So in that time, we have managed to secure education for over 120 kids through secondary, some through university. Yeah, that's it. So that's it. And we also have run a children's home just to support society, and that's what gives me the drive. So when I say I started as a kitchen hand, some people don't understand how it came. I've never had training. Actually, the only training I've had, I always joke, is fire training. When Mombasa Municipal Council came to train us how to handle fire. That's the only certificate I have. It's in my file. The others are my school certificate. I've never trained formally. And I believe in apprentice training. It gives people more hands-on experience. And so when I went into washing dishes, it so happened that the dishwashing area and the pastry area were just close to each other. So anytime I finished doing my dishes, I would rush to help the chefs in the kitchen. And that's how I learned. And there were several chefs who were old. So when I came to their rescue, they would be so happy to go and rest. So they handed over the skills to me, because I would work for hours. They're supposed to do an 8-hour shift. So when I'm done with the 8-hour shift on the dishes or cleaning, I would go for another 4 hours baking, or come early to work, learn how to bake, and then do my duty. So I acquired the skills, and that's why I'm saying acquiring the skills before anything else. Sharpen your skills so well that now you are ready for the market. Otherwise, going to school is good. You guys have gone to school, but without hands-on experience, there are so many people graduating. I'm happy when graduations come, because we make a lot of cakes. But after that, you find these relations, young people, they learned, but you did a BCom, and 7,000 of you have graduated. The market cannot absorb that. So unless we have a creative way of doing the way we do the things we do, then we not go. So that's how I started. Then baking. I challenged myself. There was a pastry chef who was doing wedding cakes. I learned how to do wedding cakes before even the men and women I found in the kitchen. And that's how I grew, and so there's potential in this business. From there, I went to a different hotel, worked in that different hotel. I got another hotel. My goal, remember, from a cleaner to a trainee chef to a chef de partie to a pastry chef is a journey. It took me 13 years to achieve that. From the time I washed dishes to the time I got the title of pastry chef. So it's not easy just to wake up one morning and say, here I am, I'm now a chef, I need to be paid this amount of money. My first salary was $8.95, then it was increased to $11.05, and my house rent was $300. You have to bus fare, you have food when you're off duty, because you used to eat in the hotel. But the idea was learn as much as you can. And when I got there, I got the pastry chef. I was like, I'm done with my career. Can I now start baking? Baking, I bought an oven with my salary, last salary. And that oven used it to mix cakes in my house. Like I said, a 12 by 12 place. And then I would go to salons. Ladies, when you go to a salon, you stay there for 2-3 hours. Sometimes there's nothing to eat. So when I pass by with my cake, you buy a piece of 10 bob, and the one doing your hair will buy. So I discovered there's a market in the salons. I do like 10, 15 salons in one afternoon, and I'll get my 800 bob for the day. So there's a lot that can be done. From there, I went to set up. I saw the house was too small, so I went to set up now a shop in a place called Bombolulu. I would mix now my cakes. Then I would do the way Coca-Cola has done with their fridges. I would make small boxes, give to shops, and then with the glass at the front, give to shops so that now I could supply them with cakes. Because remember, I was selling cakes that were not sold by many people. Most shops had queen cakes to hang. I was creaming my cakes, what I had learned in the hotel. So those creamed cakes, they cannot stay in a shop without that box. So I would give the box. I remember when at the peak I had 23 shops, and I had a bicycle, and I had one employee. He was called Gathua. He was the one who goes around, collect orders, then I'll bake, then he'll deliver all the orders to the shops. Sometimes I'll ride the bicycle now to go and collect now the money from all those shops. I still have the bicycle somewhere. That was my first transport vehicle, and thank God we succeeded from there. So it's a journey. It's a journey. Customer complaints will always come when you're dealing with human beings. No matter how I would like to do things perfectly, you find somebody let you down. Sometimes one of the staff will write, instead of "Happy Birthday Boy," you forget the letter Y and let "Happy Birthday Bo," and becomes an issue. Sometimes delivery is delayed because of jam. It happens, but we try to calm our customers, try to make them understand. Sometimes we have to do refunds because of such, and we can't say you can work without mistakes. It's difficult to say that, but if you can achieve at least 94, 96% of your orders, that's it. Again, there's also the issue of customers who are quite fussy, some little thing, and we also have had people who are malicious. They order a cake, take it to their home, do something on it, and take a photo and say, "This is what they gave me," just to try and malign the name. Competitors will always be there, but what to do? You have to survive, make sure your customers are comfortable. To be on top of the game with competition, especially now, is quite a challenge because, as you see, after many years of doing this business, I discovered not many people are willing to train the young people to bake, or even the old people who are interested in baking. So I set up baking colleges. I have 5 baking colleges: Nakuru, Mombasa, Meru, Thika, and Nairobi, and Rongai. I think there are 6. So I trained a lot of people. So I've trained my competition. Actually, at the end of last year, we had trained 12,000 bakers how to bake. Some of them are even doing better than we are in decoration because they have studied now. But competition is good and healthy. So I don't think it has ever been a challenge. What we need is reinvent ourselves, maintain the standards, keep the clients happy. That's it. And maintain the brand. But competition will always be there. You always find people who want to do better than you. But the challenge is, and this is what somebody said, I don't know who said it, is you don't have to put somebody's candle for you to shine brighter. Just light as many candles as you can. I always support bakers. I visit some bakers, build them. Because when we grow, when the industry grows, we all grow together. And everybody gets their piece of the pie. Like you said, young people are rushing to everything. I'm having to mentor all my staff here. They get a job at 21. At 24, they want to get married. At 25, they have domestic issues. They're demoralized. They're into alcohol. By the time they are 30, they have lived a whole life. The idea is delay your marriage. Study your partner. Date as long as you can. 28, 30 is a starting time. You can always start somewhere. If you start your family at 30, by the time you're 60, your eldest child is 30. So you've done your job. So don't be in a hurry to get family right, to mess up everything. Study, get work experience, save for the family. When you're getting married at 20, 28, 30, you're good. But when you're bogged down by 2 kids when you're 23, you can't do much because you're trying to bring up the family, then you lose focus on your goal. The goal and your focus will be divided. You can't achieve. I'll start my day at around 8. So in the morning, if I wake up at 7, then my day is at 8. Mostly I wake up even at 8 because I work late. Because I live in some place called Kiserian and there's heavy traffic in the morning. So I'm like, why fight with the jam? So I'll be at work by around 9 or 11, depending on the branch I'm visiting. But mostly then I'll work up until 1 a.m. So my day is visiting branches. I'll go visit branches, look at what are the standards, make sure we are doing the same thing, deal with the suppliers, and also try to do marketing. I just happen to be the chief marketer for my company. So I have to do research on marketing, see what the market needs are, visit the branches, listen to complaints of my managers and the issues that are arising there. So when I'm at work at 7 in the evening, that's now my optimum working time. Except for the curfew, I would work from around 7 to 11. And that way my desk is clear, everything is clear, I'm ready to work the following morning. There's also the issue of family division, trying to divide time for the family and time for work, because baking is demanding. Calls will come anytime, especially complaints will come anytime. You have to keep abreast on the phone. So you find at home you are fighting us. Why are you on your phone throughout? You're not giving us attention. It happens, but the idea is moderate everything. Like I said, work-life balance. Life has to go on, business has to go on. But for the youth of this country and the young people, this country has just begun growing. If you study the Western countries, this is a young nation. There's so much ahead, so much potential. Work at it, go for it, identify a unique thing, go with it, and you win.